Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. With me, Matt. We have 1v1 for all here on Arnhem Checkpoint on the Western Front. Represent the Allies today. We have Professor with the United States. In the Axis we have Duke Marmalade as the Benelux, straight out the gate with Infanterie Division. They'll be fighting somewhere in Western Europe, probably somewhere around the Benelux because of the Arnhem Checkpoint. It's also a victory point game. So it might not drag on forever, but it is 1,000 victory points, so you can still last a good while. But I'm glad to see more victory point games coming in. It basically means the games won't hopefully drag on into the several hours or over an hour, which I sometimes think is a little bit too much. Still get to have good action, I still get to see the late game. But it prevents the game from getting too, what's it called, stagnant. Stagnant is probably the right word, because it just turns into a heavy armor fight with certain sides having an advantage. Here there's a little bit more maneuverability and tactics around the victory points. We just want to encounter the pioneers here in the church, having a little bit of a firefight here in the center of this little village. Town, whatever you want to call it. We actually not moving about, and we also have some riflemen coming onto the field. The Germans also spreading out, Volksgrenadiers and Grenadiers are both securing ground, but the pioneers might be getting a little bit too much attention there. Volksgrenadiers have been spotted heading to the southern victory point. The victory points do give some resources by looks of it, so they are definitely worth having. Pioneers are pulling back, probably to build up the base or something, or just replenish fully. Grenadiers getting some flanking shots here, but they still lost a member. Victory point is in hands of the Americans in the center, and southern victory point is in hand of the Germans.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
Let's see. Looks like Professor's gone for airborne. Okay, Infanterie versus airborne. This should be an interesting matchup to say the least. Two very good infantry-based commanders. Let's see what turns out from that. More riflemen are appearing here. They're going to try to attempt to flank these grenadiers, I think. They are close enough to start being very efficient with aim on grants. Yep, as you can see. Americans become really good when they get close to the enemy. Push the grenadiers off. As more soldiers are arriving. Lots of cannoneers here. And some of which will point about to fall in the hands of the Americans. Airborne man 30 caliber arriving on the battlefield. The Germans are quickly trying to grab any building they can to protect this town. And Grenadiers are really good from an entrenched position, as you can see. Being very accurate with their rifles. Grenadiers are just overall very good defensive infantry. Really helps us behind this Opel Blitz. Quickly opening fire on the Pioneers there, but it is at long range and the Pioneers do have heavy cover, which will prevent their suppression for a good while. And then 30 caliber cannot hit the building from here, evidently. The mines have quickly been laid here in the town square. A bunch of legal mines to prevent any vehicles later on. Very good to see. We also have outclass on the fields, securing the northern ground. The Calibars moved a little bit further up to get some shots into the structure. Just trying to apply a lot of pressure to that structure. So far it's been working out.
We have been granted access to superior arms and soldiers.
Sounds like the Germans protect up. They lost the Pioneer squad though, that's a big loss. Needs to need the replacements to start building up their base. Mines also being made by the United States. Looks like it's going to be some anti-personnel mines. Pretty help up inside the structure overseeing the town square. It's going to be very difficult for the Germans to stick around. Especially with all this pineapple grenades being tossed now. Oh, good pineapples tossed there. That's a lot of fragmentation. It's a very powerful grenade. First grenade is getting a little bit of a flanking shot here. Hitting down one of the American riflemen. But the American riflemen do have heavy cover, but they are very wounded still. Which means the Volksgrenadiers could win out that engagement, I reckon. They can stick it out, but they might lose some troops doing so. So for the Germans are winning victory point-wise. Good change. Oh, they merged. Oh, the Realism merged in with the rifleman. That's actually very smart. That's going to allow them to win that engagement. But more pioneers are arriving. Quickly on the flank there, mowing in with their own Kar-98s. Well, the 30 calibers surprising them. We have a tank on the squad being prepared by the United States. They're probably expecting an early vehicle for the Germans, but instead it's going to be a Kampfkraftcentrum. We might not see an early vehicle for a while from the Wehrmacht, relying more on their infantry. Aufklar quickly being rushed along the flank here to capture ground. I believe Aufklars, being considered scout infantry, do capture ground a lot faster. But I might be mistaken, but they certainly do seem to capture it faster. When I look at it. We also have an American airborne squad being prepared instead of its... Oh, they already have the tank on us, never mind. But we have an airborne squad being prepared behind us. And airborne squads are pretty damn potent at what they do. Okay, well, the Grenadiers are going to try and dig in with some sandbags out here at the road crossing. Little intersection. Next to the vineyards. I think this is vineyards. They make wine in the Benelux? I suppose they do. I don't see how they couldn't. But I'm not sure that's something that that the Benelux is known for. But I may be mistaken. I'm sure there's probably some very famous Belgian vineyards that I don't know anything about. The Wehrmacht has realized there's minefields, so they quickly move to clear them out with their pioneers. Quickly working on clearing them out.
MG42 team is ready for action.
At the minefields in short order. But the Americans also pushing northwards. The Grenadiers are doing their best to hold up behind the cover here. As they're on some kind of fire with their Kar-98. Still no automatic weapons have really been handed out. They're mostly just using their bolt action rifles. You have the American airborne now in the field here with a 30 caliber. Very good squad. Probably one of the best infantry squads you can just get casually. All victory points, well, most of them are going to fall into the American hands. And he is doing a good job so far. That position is really helping them. Americans are moving to flank through the vineyards, so... I'm pretty sure those are vineyards. But I'm not an expert on agriculture. And he just have to pull back after that. Looks like a Schumann has been laid here by the Grenadiers before they move on. And an MG42 has been set up down here to cover the southern flank. Also some Aufklars keep an eye on the thing. They know there's airborne squad because of it. Just have to be patient. They have ordered both things to hold fire, so they're waiting for the perfect ambush. Like when the airborne are moving down here, they can open fire and just kill them. That's a personal mine being laid here by the airborne. All mines just being laid by the United States and M6. They don't know there's a legal mine yet, but they don't really have a minesweeper anyway. Never guess one might die there. Yep, and just smoke them down. Yeah, one moving through the apple trees. I think these are apple trees.
You need fire support?
MG42 opening fire. Yep. Suddenly an ambush. An MG42 that does a successful ambush can just prevent an infantry push immediately, as you can see. That's going to allow the Aufklars to move, but they probably don't know about the mine. They should know there's a mine there. They kept it if they had attention. Ooh. They might just have skirted around it. You know, the American riflemen are fighting up here against the folks. All folks may manage to win out, but can that lone rifleman win it? Certainly looked that way. We've been tossed, and the riflemen are making a run for it. And that was a very close quarters engagement between the two of them. One survivor each. Panzer IV F1 is being prepared. The MG42 is ready for another ambush. Aufklars keeping an eye on the area. Mortar has arrived here for the United States airborne. It's going to be a small mortar, but it's very efficient. The flank is falling into hands of the Americans. There's also some medical drops that was dropped here by the United States Air Force. Your tank is being requisitioned. Here's the Panzer IV F1, being equipped with an MG42 on top. We'll see if we can get any job done. Since they're gonna try and clear out the northern flank with it. And Fox Grenadiers are ready for action again, probably to support the Panzer IV. Quickly moving along. Pioneer spotted the Realism trying to set up a fighting position on the high ground. Panzer IV is arriving and it's gonna just drive through some of the vineyards. Yeah, and that's definitely a problem for the Americans. They don't have anything to stop this Panzer IV at the moment. They do have a tank on the nearby. They've been suppressed. But bazooka hits. And Stewart ain't gonna go in for the kill. Because it's lost its gun. The Stewart can actually just drive close. Just needs one lucky penetration. But so far, the Stewart just failing to get the killing blow here. Stewart does have a very small gun. If it can get a rear shot on that thing, it would kill it. And the Panzer IV is quickly just trying to back off to safety. Pack is also being well positioned by the Germans. MG42 with 100 rounds being equipped there on the Grenadiers. Oh, yeah, managed to get close! And cleared out the little ambush position down here thanks to the small mortar supporting. The more Grenadiers are bound to try and stop any push. Also, lots of shooting in. Good to see. Like to see the Germans being diligent with their mines. Just quickly stealing the MG42 back. They need to just get out there and they realize it. Too many American units are coming, including the Stewart. They might be able to save this MG42. Yeah, he gets taken down, but the machine gun is closer to the German lines. And Germans are quickly trying to push units down to try and stop the Americans from getting it. That's Shumin on the ground though. And now it's going to be suicide to try and grab it. Germans already in fighting positions to stop them. Pack is setting up. Taking a shot. Hits the Stewart. But Fox Grenadiers have suffered heavily for it. Stewart gets taken out. The Grenadiers with the MG42 is still present. But the Grenadiers are still suppressed thanks to the Stewart previously. 5 grenades going out. It looks like we have some stormtroopers there, but they infiltrated. Popping out from the structure. But all beats impressed. And that means that the echelon with the BAR can just mow into them. That's when you're suppressed, you lose a lot of accuracy. Grenade has been tossed. The echelon do go down, but it forces the stormtroopers off. Those stormtroopers are not going to be back for a little bit. But the first, or not first infantry, the Pegasus stormtroopers from the infantry division is really good. It's like one of the better infantry the Wehrmacht ever has available to them. Makes infantry really strong. It's like the Panzerkampfwaffen F1 is almost ready. But yeah, these stormtroopers can be equipped with a lot of good stuff. Gewehr 43, Sturmgewehrs. You can make this a very good squad in CQC engagements. Americans still trying to go for that MG42. Or at least for the victory point. And here's doing their best to try and keep them off. But the Americans still don't know that there's a Shumin right in front of it. More Grenadiers are being requisitioned. F1 is ready for action again. Next wave of Grenadiers are arriving, but they can just be suppressed by the 30 caliber. And needs to get into position. Opening a fire with the MG42. Doing a lot of work. F1 now assaults the MG position and clears out the MG 30 caliber machine gun. Now the F1 can just act without impunity here. Or with impunity. Pegasus Stormtroopers ready for action again, the 352nd. Germans also trying to secure the northern flank. At least have been equipped with MP40s. But will it help them against all these BARs? Probably not. Throwing a Cabal along the way though. But too far away to do anything. The Pioneers have been suppressed. Bazooka managed to hit the Panzer IV F1 again. This Bazooka team has been pretty decent, actually. Need another rocket to hit it. They miss. They have to get out of there, I think. But it did force the Panzer IV to start backing off again, I reckon.
We're losing a capture point.
Stormtroopers securing the center again. Center of the town. Southern victory point is still neutral. Fighting position has been set up but has been cleared out of a gunner. 50 caliber machine guns being repositioned.
Squad, shut it. Warning orders, gang.
5 men on the flank. Putting fire with their BER, but the Stormtroopers are quickly relocating. Mortars also being fire in the area. The small mortar is very quick at firing, as you can see. Shells come in very fast. Not very big shells, but it fires just really fast. That's the advantage of having such a small mortar. When it's down range to the Stormtroopers. The Stormtroopers are very elite infantry. I was not south of their weapons for a while, that was awkward. We have heads also coming in for the Infantry Division. Northern flank is falling back in American hands. Outclass just waiting up here. Very smart to see that Duke Marmalade is playing very sneakily. A2 German is being prepared. ND42 on Grenadiers are doing a lot of good work. Realism being used to replenish the American fighter in the fields. Good to see. And yes, they set the structure. But decided to pull out, realize there could be a grenade coming our way. Need to be very cautious with their movements. Yeah, but I'm getting inside the structure. That's going to be a crossfire. And we're down the street there in seconds. Outclass been spotted. They decide to take the chance to open fire, evidently. Which has not really worked out for them.
Our brave infantry is dying.
Heads advances. There's still a mine, though. The Hetzer doesn't know about the mine. Putting high explosive around here. Doesn't do much. It's not going to drive close, it's just going to try and open and find the structure, which is a good enough move. That's for fun ready again, heading southwards.
New Grenadier squad is ready.
Hetzer's not the best at cleaning up buildings, as you can see. It's not really a good anti-infantry vehicle. It does have its remote control MG34 that's up now. A2 Sherman is getting around the flank. F1 is preparing to push southwards again, I reckon. Needs stuff to push up with, though. There doesn't have any infantry here. Oh, Hetzer's getting closer. Doing their best to try and clear that structure. F1 is going to be a little bit better at doing that. Sherman has been spotted. Pack needs to be able to cover its flank. The caliber does nothing against the German vehicles. Looks like we have an airstrike being called in here by the Americans. It's going to be a defensive overwatch. Which is honestly not going to do much unless it's on American ground. That could get cleared up by the Sherman here. Yeah, it gets cleaned out. So unless the Germans go into the points... Oh, never mind, it's actually strafing. Oh, because this is American ground, right. But the machine guns are not going to do anything to the F1. Ah, they're actually doing a little bit in the rear. They are using 50 calibers. That's a lot of American planes coming in. It just does nothing to the, the Panzer IV. But at least they know where it is, like at all times. Germans are gonna spot the mine this time. Yep, I know there's a mine there. 50 calibers up inside the structure. Lots of Thunderbolts are flying about. Panzer IV is going to try and drive away. Just going to max speeds. As the 50 calibers keep strafing it. Must be a hell to be inside that Panzer IV at the moment. Probably getting deaf from all the bullets hitting it.
We have a fresh Grenadier squad.
And those infantry do not want to be close to this Panzer IV. Strafing us over having on the other flank now. Man, American air superiority today, holy shit. That is what you get if you play the airborne and actually use your commanders, your officers. People just don't use the officers enough. But he has to stand still. Oh, it works as long as he's standing still. Oh my god, that's a lot stronger than I thought it would be. Holy shit. Did not know that. So if you keep the airborne command in a good spot and just call it in and keep it safe, those planes can go to town. That's a lot of American planes. Flying a little bit too low, that's just a game limitation, I think. So I'm not expecting to see that many planes flying overhead. Yeah, American rifle grenades actually have a timer on them because they fire a pineapple. Unlike the German ones, which is like an impact. Oh, here comes the next strafe. Damn! The fact that Germans took no losses in that is surprising. I guess most of the bullets hit the structure, which almost tore the building apart. And if the Germans should probably get some AA. They should definitely get some anti-air with all this going on. Yeah, here comes the next strafe. Heads us relocating. 222, 221 got destroyed. Plane's going for another sword here, I think. Or they might be leaving. Most of they're leaving. Oh, wait. Oh, they're just straight to the ground. The Germans need some dedicated anti-air at this point. They are taking up though, so they might get some, an Ostwind or something. They also have some flak emplacements. They are already dead, damn it! They are already dead! Even Mao is like, that it's too much! They just really don't like that specific part of the map. Two up inside the church, doing a lot of good work. Just German is paying to move up again. Is it supposed to last that long? And those planes remain on the field for a while. You just hear them flying up overhead constantly. That's a lot of American aircraft. Oh, the mine is still there. The mine is still there. Oh, no, there it goes. And that says it's not going to be stuck. But it is pointing the way the Sherman is coming. The headset does have pretty decent frontal sloping. So that's a good chance to deflect. I had to take out the Sherman. Any of that's an air half track or something? No? Probably not. They probably might want to set up a flag emplacement or two then just to help shoot down all these aircraft. Oh, it's bugged. It looks like the planes might be bugged and just continues to flying overhead. The Germans actually do need to get some AA. Well, that's quite a bug, if anything. Yeah, that's getting a little bit ridiculous. Looks like the 2-1 is being called with to get an autocannon to serve as anti-air. Probably just as an impromptu thing. Looks like the planes finally left. They probably just had to expend ammunition. Oh, bazooka aimed at the F1, but I think the F1 can back off. Yep. That's also been repaired. More airborne squads are being repositioned. North Victory Point is falling into German hands. Overall, the Americans have suffered a lot of losses here, and that aircraft bug was certainly interesting to say the least. That F1 is doing a lot of work. Yeah, but winning an ambush there. US captain, the airborne captain on the field again. He can call in another Overwatch. Gonna be a Bravo barrage of howitzers this time though. He's calling in on his radio the coordinates. The artillery positions far off the map. Howitzers aiming around the church. Let's see if we got the coordinates right. It looks like he did. Church is on fire. This little town is gonna be a ruin unless this structure just remains untouched. Oh, airborne hit by a rifle grenade there. Have to pull back. And so the 2 is now in the fields. Good to see a lot of mechanized elements here from the Wehrmacht. And use their vehicles to their advantage. And if they get to the 2 on the high ground here somewhere, it can probably help dealing with all the aircraft if they come in again. So we have an M10 Wolverine being requisitioned. Ooh. There's a tank destroyer battalion nearby that the airborne can requisition from. Or request the assistance of. As I understand it, the American anti-tank elements were essentially an ad hoc, set as an ad hoc basis that could move around rapidly and be redirected to support other elements whenever they needed them. All the victory points are in German hands, but that could change if the Americans can stubbornly hold on here. No grenade has been used. At least the central point has been neutralized to delay the point loss. But someone flank is... Oh, that was the mine! Right, that was a mine the airborne laid all the way back then. Which finally went off of those Volksgrenadiers. Here we have the Wolverine, the M10. And with the 3-inch gun. Mobile anti-tank vehicle to the United States has no anti-safety capabilities apart from a high-explosive shell. Looks like it's being upgraded with a M79 APT shells, which gives it more penetration but reduces its damage. Basically because it has less explosive filler, it just has more armor piercing. So there's less chance of it damaging the internals, but more chance of it just going straight through. Ooh, no Panzerfausts? Oh, they don't have any Panzerfausts yet. But the M10 has a very slow turret traverse rate. Not an electrical turret, I think. I think it's hand cranked. But the M10 is pretty decent. It's also fairly fast. Also, it's open top. I think all the American tank destroyers were open top. To allow them to have like a better visual, but it also means they're more vulnerable. And infantry could get close. Very unique design. .2 is being almost cleared out. Airborne clears it out. But now the airborne is range of all the machine guns. This F1. M10 is getting around, it's turning its gun. It's gonna be a very slow turn, so it's turning the whole tank. But a good shot then the F1, but because of the unique shells, it doesn't do as much damage. That's it, good penetration. The 2 on the flank here. But yes, moving up now slowly, using their rifle grenades. Let's see, heads are ready for action again. a lot of veteran German infantry thanks to the Kampfkraftzentrum. If you're playing as infantry, all your infantry upgrades and support weapon upgrades are essentially gotten for free. You don't have to actually pay for it. You still have to pay for the vehicles though.
Enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
But it really means your infantry just arrives veteran, and that's really good.
We have a new sniper under our command.
Ooh, got injured there on the M10. But I mean, it cannot do much, so that's to back off. F1 is going for a kill, but it's not really the most efficient. It's not really the most efficient at dealing with a M10. We also have a command tank being prepared. Yeah, that F1 has lasted for a very good while. It's always good to see an F1 actually last a while. It's actually a surprisingly decent little tank. Calling it decent, it's a medium tank, it's a Panzer IV. It just has a very small gun, that's kind of the issue with it. Ooh, looks like the 2-2 might go down, yep. M10 is very quick at getting around after all. UBS reloading. The Badladung on their position. I don't think the American rifle want to stay there. Yep. And the Grenadiers clear it out. That's a veteran 5 Grenadier squad. These guys are exceptionally good at what they do. The M10 has very little I can actually deal with them. It is loading a high explosive round. Takes out 2 of them. And backs off. That's the Hetzer and the F1 is... That's actually the command tank, not the Hetzer. F1 I mean. Americans have managed to secure some victory points though. Been in their bleeds, and now of course the Germans to bleeds. F1 does another good high explosive shot. German 76 is being repositioned behind us. Brave M10. Oh, that's close. Gets has to back off for repairs though. The American captain remains on hand. You go call in another defensive overwatch if they need it. More American rifle, airborne are being repositioned, and the German 76 has arrived from a nearby armor company to help support the airborne in their advance. They've been kind of stalled in this little ruined town. Half class being used to capture ground, and I do think they do capture ground quicker. Panzer IV pack moves up to cover the F1. Smoke has been dropped. German 76 advances. Oh, good shot on that little mortar. Another good shot there on the F1. No 50 caliber on this Sherman yet though, so it's got anti-infantry capabilities are kinda low. Plus German infantry heading north. And the 6 took a shot from the command tank. Command tank is a fully functional Panzer IV after all. That's a pretty good gun and everything. M10 is still being repaired. The Suga team trying to get on the flank here. The folks going to secure the northern flank. They control the vineyards again. What's left of them as the tank drives over some of them.
You have orders?
Drive plane misses, but they know the American captain's hiding back there. They're trying to take him out. So far he's surviving quite well though. But they know he's coordinating the fight. Let's open this fire with its remote controlled machine gun. Panzer IV took a hit from something. Oh, it's the M10. M10 is hunting it. Use the Sherman as basically a support weapon to take the hits. Airborne now advancing. Airborne advancing again. Maintaining suppressive fire in the Volksgrenadiers, but the Volksgrenadiers have a good bit of light cover here. They have been suppressed finally.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Germans have managed to cut off the field point down here and can probably take the field themselves. More American riflemen are being pushed forwards. Look at what we have so far. Everyone are advancing. And they're gonna take out those Volksgrenadiers. MG42 setting up along the remains of the vineyards. M10 remains on overwatch here, just slowly creeping up. Oh, they're just out of MG42 range. Americans have lost a lot of ground. They have to work hard to get some ground back. The airborne command is calling in some kind of artillery barrage. Might be Rabbit. If we can get the coordinates right.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
Looks like it's going to be around here. Around the back of the church. Not hitting too much.
Rifle squad ready for action.
Yeah, one has been pressed there and probably gets taken out. Yep, mowed down. Panzer force on the move on the north. H.Q. Sherman is being repositioned from the United States again.
Sherman, we got a rifle squad waiting for orders. All right, knock it off.
Small riflemen are pushed up to fight for the airborne.
Looks like we're going in. Infantry in force. Ready for action.
Looks like the captain's taking some action himself this time.
Tank support is here.
Having Sherman 76 to support him. He needs to take some ground himself here. Needs to show some grit. After it's not going too well for his men.
Coming fire.
Oh, that 776 is getting a lot of shots on it. M10 on the flank though. Oh, 776 has been taken out. M10 misses.
We just lost a medium tank.
I think the Panzer IV command tank can actually deal with the M10 fairly reliably.
What's that gunner thinking? Kill those stupid bastards.
H2's down in the center, but the captain has been pinned down. M10 does have a very long range. Unique to many of the American tank destroyers, they have extra long range. They also have very good fire rate, as you can see. They just fire and they can pop the next shell in. Very good design. Oh my god, the Germans have no Panzerfausts? Panzerfausts haven't even been upgraded yet for the Wehrmacht here. They were like mostly on their Panzers and packs to deal with their tanks.
Capture point is being overrun.
There's also a Hellman now on the field I completely missed. Falling in an artillery strike, it's gonna be precision. Precision, and it doesn't really hit much around the Sherman at all. But the Panzer IV can do something. Sherman gets cleared out. The Suiter's gonna try and take a shot.
Just lost.
He hits the headset. Right in the engine block. Clearing out the crew.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out. Crew ready. Form up. Get that LMG.
It's not looking good for the Americans. That's it. Both sides have suffered heavy losses here. But I feel the Americans slowly being whittled down by the staunch defense here of the Wehrmacht. This Wehrmacht Infanterie Division is doing a really good job. There's also American recon team here in the center. Opening fire with their grease gun and Springfield rifle now. They might be able to take out the Hellman. I don't think the Hellman expected a recon team. Yeah, Hellman dead. That's a huge loss for the Wehrmacht.
Drop complete. Everyone here?
More American airborne arriving.
Enemy infantry.
It's an Aufklar team rushes up. They're being suppressed, so I think the Aufklar team can take care of them. There's a pineapple though. They just dodge it. And their T-post now to assert dominance after that.
Ready for orders.
As you do. I think that's a bug they never quite fixed that's happening there. Unfortunate to see. The riflemen now show up with their vertical. Oh, that small mortar still doing some work. It's a fairly decent mortar after all, despite being so small and short-ranged. Its rapid rate of fire and accuracy is just so good. It's a very good close quarters combat weapon, especially if they can like put it up here behind this structure. Panzer IV command tank though on the flank. M10 moving up to try and take a shot. Penetrates. Another good shot. The veterancy free one. It's also being equipped with a targeting optic. Could even be upgraded with some sandbags here. Give us a little bit more health to work with. Not armor, just health.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
The Americans are suffering heavy losses. Not an easy attempt here to secure this checkpoint, or this town, what's left of it. This building is miraculously mostly untouched. Looks like it might have taken a few bullets or something according to the health bar, but that's fine. This farm's looking fine up here too, although the vineyards are not looking too hot. Ooh. Are they preparing a scorched earth trap? Or that might just be a normal demo charge. Hard to tell. Could be a scorched earth trap.
Get out of here! Retreat!
Help me stop the blast. Watch for my hand signal.
We'll have to see what happens.
Rear echelon troops on the
As
front
more
line.
Realism are being deployed, and also another shipment 76 is being requisitioned. Another 30 caliber has also arrived. Americans don't have a lot of territory to work with, but they're doing their best. Germans just waiting for the next push. Generally, the Germans can just be defensive. They are still winning victory point-wise. So it's up to the Americans to push. That's also a thing I like about the victory point system. It basically forces one side to be the push and the other side to be the defensive, depending on the rule, has the most points. It's nice. Like, you can kind of tell who has to just sit back and dig in and who can actually push, right? And it becomes too stagnant where both sides just dig in. As the Americans are on a ticking clock at the moment. Figure out where they want to go from here. They need a trench to hold their center point first. But the ship 76 looks at the airborne and riflemen are going to move northwards. Meanwhile, the Volksgrenadiers is waiting in ambush here. Still no weapons have been upgraded on them. Meanwhile, the stormtroopers have been equipped with their Sturmgewehrs. Get themselves waiting in an ambush position. The Wagner am Rhein has been upgraded here, which allows them to capture points really fast. Really good upgrade for the Wehrmacht late game. Small rounds being popped here from the mortar. Intended ship are moving northwards. Germans have realized there might be a push up there now. We're getting a pack up there. Don't know about the demo charge though. Is that a demo charge or is that a scorched earth? I'm not sure. But we'll find out soon enough.
Armor ready. The capture point is being overrun.
Americans moving in. We're opening fire on the Volksgrenadiers. And the fortress to pull back. Also needs to smoke on the American riflemen to push on up onto the points, try and take some cover. The Volksgrenadiers are in a very good position. That's a veteran to 5. That's a very good squad. They're being upgraded with some Sturmgewehrs.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Germany has taken a hit from a pack. The ship has to pull back. Ooh, and the point that detonates. Looks like it was just a normal demo charge. The machine guns are suppressing the pioneers from advancing. The point will fall into American hands, or at least be neutralized. This way the Americans are not bleeding points anymore. Meanwhile, the Canadians are advancing down here.
They got wiped out.
Using the Panzer IV command tank to support them.
We just lost a unit.
Not looking good for the Allies still. The Germans are so far turning this into a victory. At least it feels that way. So the tank's gonna be hit southwards, but they have not been fully prepared. We do have a Jagdpanzer coming in. That's gonna be a very hard knock for the Allies to crack. M10 and Sherman working together. Aufklar, keep an eye on them. Good shot there from the command tank. Using the advantage of the Aufklar. Bazooka hits the Panzer IV F1, but it manages to pin down the Bazooka team. The F1 still has to pull back for repairs. Bazooka team gets cleared out, but they drop the Bazooka. The captain could go grab, technically, if they need to someone to grab it quick. And relocates northwards, but the American position is looking quite derelict at this point. And the mines also preventing the Americans from advancing. That is a scorched earth, I think. That's a booby trap. If the Americans get onto that point, the point might just blow up.
Swing it around. Get fire on that AT. Tank ready. Taking enemy fire.
And even the airborne cannot be advanced easily because the Panzer IV is roaming them out. They're steering them out with their machine guns. Posting is advancing with the Sturmgewehrs now. This is the B-25 squad. Running a grenade inside the trench with the machine gun. You get a little bit of damage, not too much though. The captain might take out that squad. That's a B-25 airborne captain. Yeah, he takes them out with ease. That's a really good captain. He's probably because he's been around the fighting so much. He's not done a lot of fighting himself, but officers don't need to be. They just need to be in range of it. Like close enough to actually be coordinating. Another shipment in the 6 arriving. And here comes kind of the weakness they gain with the airborne. They just don't have a lot of armor options. We're certainly hurting them somewhat here. As Infanterie has the Panzer IV command tank as well as the Jagdpanzer now. And this thing can take out anything the airborne can throw it in armor-wise, I think. It'll be nigh impossible for them to take care of unless a good bazooka shot hits it. I don't think the M10 and the Shermans can really handle it at range in the frontal engagement. The Jagdpanzer is relocating, noticing the Sherman is going to be on the northern flank. Down here, we'll keep an eye on this when the airborne gets to it. So currently the Rifleman that's taking some damage. I to get mowed down by the MP42. I'm trying to move northwards but gets suppressed by the command tank. Yeah, well, I'm gonna try and take the point. Well, he's not yet. They're just getting close to it. Yeah, the captain has to move. Yep, got pinned down. They're waiting for the one with the minesweeper. Good to see. So they might detect there's a booby trap there, which means it will not go off if they try to disarm it.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out. Flank. Veteran see promotion.
Oh, and yeah, the Jagdpanzer takes up the Sherman. No big surprise there. The Panther has a pretty big gun. He cleared out the booby trap and are now clearing out the minefield. Good to see. But the Americans are having issues. That's a telemine. So the command tank finally got cleared out by the M10. Lucky break there for the United States. Second M10 is being well positioned. And Starboard 24 M10.
We're ready.
That's a really good M10.
Looks like we're going in. Spread out. Stay ready.
It's somewhat quieted down as both sides are again trying to figure out what to go from here. But the Americans still have to be the ones to push. Could secure this southern victory point, but they do have a stormtroopers waiting in ambush here. Just waiting. Alien has been spotted. And the stormtroopers open fire. And it's just a few seconds with the Sturmgewehrs. Just mow down the airborne in the rear echelon. Yeah, that was a very good one from Duke. And then the Panzerfaust takes out the veteran M10. Very good use of the stormtroopers in an ambush there. People just don't use ambushes enough, I feel, because ambush can really win you an engagement really quickly. Now we have the 88 on the field here. The balance is about to be fully entrenched, and that's gonna mean that Americans really cannot advance. Sure, they've secured the town, but not really much of a town left.
Vehicle ready.
And 88 takes out the M10, thanks to the recon.
Lost a medium tank.
Yeah, but I'm doing their best, but I don't think the airborne can do much more at this point. I feel like they have been kind of outmatched. In a very good game, though, from Professor. I'll say that. But Duke Marmalade has beaten him to the punch this time. The Valiant Infanterie Division is just an overall very resilient and versatile commander. Has a little bit of everything they can use. And that F1 is still operating. And then MI secures the southern flank again. I feel the Americans might want to cut their losses. See if they can get out of here at this point.
Pay attention this way.
That trench might be in trouble. The airborne captain is still trying to fight alongside his men here to try and to make some kind of a difference. But he gets grenaded a lot. The Germans want to kill that officer. We do have a Major on the field, I think, from the surviving command tank. Standing around now. Trying to figure out what he wants to do. More airborne are arriving. But the Calibers doing a lot of work, and the BARs as well now on the airborne. That's a lot of firepower. Quickly suppressing the German infantry out in the open.
Under attack.
And mowing them down. Germans trying to go for the central victory point. There's not a lot to stop them anymore. This structure has no windows on this side, which makes it somewhat inconvenient. Because that building is also not gonna go completely unscathed from this battle. And there's mostly just on the inside, I reckon, at this point. Stormtroopers are arriving again with a Sturmgewehrs. They could grab an MT-42 down the ground for more firepower. Looks like they will.
Panzer IV is ready for
As another Panzer IV-H arrives now. America's getting double tank hunters, but I don't think it's going to help at this point. The Germans are just advancing fully. They've got this handled. Been demo charging the trench. Even stealing the 3-inch gun. Let's try to call into defense. Now that's actually a Thunderbolt strike coming in. It'll take a while to prepare though, fortunately.
Squad is back to full strength. Looks like we're going in. Stand by.
But I think Professor can safely throw in the towel at this point. They've had a good fight.
AT gun ready.
Here comes the Thunderbolts for like a wasted bomb drop. Well, these storms was just doing a lot of work. There's a pineapple on them now. And at this point, Professor surrenders. Makes sense. A good long match. I hope you all enjoyed this one. I certainly did. I'll see you next one. Bye bye.